And I will continue playing Monster Hunter.
And we're live from Philadelphia. It's Friday night. You like that one, Lil Marky?
Not really.
Dude, you're impossible to please. Like, actually impossible to please. Like, goddamn, man. Oh, did you hear about the mystery disease that started in the Congo?
No, the only disease news I've heard is the measles outbreak.
Oh, dude, that's so much less meaningful than this. We have a vaccine for measles. Most of us will be fine. No, this is, so 50 people have died of an unnamed mystery illness in the DRC, and it spreads through vomit, and it causes spontaneous internal bleeding. It has a very high fatality rate.
Good.
It's like more than 10% of people who have gotten it died within 48 hours. And it's highly contagious, too. It has like the trifecta of everything you don't want a disease to have. Which is honestly the kind of grind I like to see from my diseases. You gotta respect the grind, bro. Also, I have something that requires a bit of an announcement. And I'm announcing this publicly so that I cannot wiggle out of it. I am officially going to be transforming into an aesthetics athlete over the next 3 months. Which means that over the next 3 months, I need to lose about 35 pounds without losing any muscle mass. This truly will be, mark my words, a Herculean task. And once I have completed this Herculean task, I expect to receive a cool nickname. Particularly young Hercules.
Honey, you mean Huncules.
Or Thomas Deep Vein Thrombosis Striker.
Nice and so.
Oh yay! You running me over with the horse!
Are you blind?
Oh, you blind!
Slow down,
Did you
you
find
idiot.
one of the boys?
What'd you say?
Did you find the boys?
The boys.
An orc boy.
Greetings.
Oh no, that's just how everyone in this game sounds. You know, slightly British.
Boy,
Pardon me.
you ever flash shoot up?
Be careful.
Oi! Yabba dabba doobie!
Yeah, but that doobie.
I swear to God, dude, I can barely understand fucking Englishmen.
See, ba dabba doobie dabba doobie.
Especially the ones that are from, like, London. I have a lot of trouble understanding people from London. Especially if they got, like, the Cockney accent going on. No chance, man.
I don't care for gossip, nor do I, but this is important. I'm not interested. This is about money. What?
What did that offend? Maybe, like, 10 million people in my audience, probably? Hey, Rosa. Hey, bitch. Hey!
By the way,
My favourite book.
As I wandered through the fortress, and there it lay.
You really found it. By the way, did you...
I read a bit of it.
What did you think?
Well, the author doesn't spare anyone. I wonder if he holds anything at all sacred.
Sure he does. Courage, honour, loyalty. But others have already written enough about
Mikey.
those. A writer is interested in what lies beneath the gilded veneer of orderliness and piety, because it's much more interesting.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me?
No.
And what would I write?
How should I know?
What, Mark?
Poetry, a novel, a treatise.
I cannot hear you.
Or a whole book?
Well, I'm further away.
It just sounded like light grunting in the background. That's all I heard.
That's
Well,
a
I'm away
tempting
from my
notion.
mic 'cause I'm playing
Who
the
knows?
game.
In another life, I might have become a writer.
Whatever you
Wouldn't
say,
you want to at
Grunty.
least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with
Trying to
this.
kill the-
There are still a few blank
Grunty
pages
boy,
left,
grunty
so we
boy.
could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
That sounds cool.
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
But of
My pleasure.
course.
How should I
You
start?
gonna go get laid?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Probably.
Now I have many
As long as I can
ideas.
contribute to her
But
writing
we
this
must
book.
contribute in equal parts.
Both? Well, fine. What should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
Huh. Let's do
There
a
are heaps
woman.
of stories about men. So I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such
Red hair.
As...
Tell me one trait that is important for you.
Wait, I just realized
What would
this
impress you in a
woman's
girl?
writing, and she can read. Which?
I think above all that she
Witch.
should be clever.
And that's rather
Well, no, she's a lady, though. She's like a duchess.
Only fools say that. Jilted half-wits who
Tom.
met girls smarter than themselves.
What?
You'd be
Why
surprised.
do witches burn?
My father is no fool, but at times he wishes
Why-
I were more
why
of a
what?
goose. Or
Why
better
do
yet,
witches burn?
that I would change overnight into a sun. But if the lady in our story is
Because
clever,
their soul is full
should
of
she employ her
brimstone
wits for
from
good
making
or
love
evil?
to Satan in the moonlight.
No, because they're made of wood.
Oh! Yeah, that's why they float. Like a duck!
So, therefore,
But ducks do not burn.
if she weighs as much as a duck, she's made of wood, and that would make her a witch. Witch, burn her.
That's actually my least favorite scene in the movie.
Oh, really?
I particularly find that scene stupid. I mean, that's a very high bar, though. Like, that whole movie's really fucking good.
Ring out your dead.
Uh,
Ring out.
I'm for
your
good intentions.
dead.
if we come up with an interesting woman, it would be a shame to write her as evil.
I agree.
Here you go.
Too bad it's
I
only
got
on
one for you.
paper.
No.
I'd like to meet our
no,
lady
he's
in the
still
flesh.
alive. I can't take him. Oh,
All I can hear is you mumbling in the fucking background, brother.
No, fuck you.
It is definitely not my fault.
Well,
It is your fault.
just
Fuck
about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper... If you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Imagine a beautiful lady is standing before you and you are courting her. What would you do?
I'd rather keep what I do to myself. But how about something like this?
Dude, we're gonna smash, right? For sure.
Now we're done.
Oh, finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward.
Wait, sneak attack.
I gotta see this. Unfortunately, I don't know the bride, so I can't congratulate her husband. And knowing the groom too well, I can't congratulate the bride either. A young man tenderly embraces his lady and says, "Am I your first lover by any chance?" "Could be," she replies. "I thought I'd seen you somewhere before." Thinking is not knowing. A certain Kuttenberg Grand Master once visited an old charlatan and wanted to know his fate. The charlatan examined his palm carefully and said to him, "I see you are the father of 2 children." "That's not what you think," he shook his head. "I am the father of 3 children." "That's what you think," smiled the charlatan. What the fuck is this? That is trash. Wow, that book was terrible, Rosa. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So what about that story of
I'm trying
ours?
to get laid.
Tell me your impressions.
Time to discombobulate.
Too bad there aren't more
First,
books like this.
Discombobulate.
If there were, I might end up turning into a scholar.
Discombobulate.
Really? I'll take that
After
as the highest possible compliment.
Discombobulate.
And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
Oh, it's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise,
Hey,
I
Google,
think we can be quite satisfied.
Turn off the light in the office.
And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, so did I.
Time to smash, time to smash.
And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my
Yeah,
collection
do we
of
wait 3
hunting
days?
trophies.
Is that the rule, boys?
Yeah.
What do the Zoomers say? What's the Zoomer rule nowadays with dating? Do you still wait 3 days?
No, you have to go out and meet somebody.
Wait, what?
No. I'm bitching. Don't worry about it.
That sounds about right for you.
Fuck.
I guess this is the best one. These are kind of trash upgrades, though. Oh, hell yeah. Viper! I have become death. Wow, this one's just so obvious that this is the best one. Stamina regenerating 4 times faster during combat is fucking insane. Wait, can I already go back and talk to her again? Or you better not do your shit again.
You said you could teach me something.
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Very well then, lady know-it-all. Let's say then I come on bended knee.
That depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole world hidden inside, or if you prefer actions instead of words. But I warn you in advance that it will not come free. After all, there's nothing more valuable than
Pumpkin, no
scholarship.
sneezing.
So,
Bless you.
what would you like?
Wow, these are both garbage.
I'd like to
I guess
expand
scholarship.
What's the last?
You'd better believe.
I feel like she'd like teaching me some reading a little bit more. Did I get a perk point for that one? I got a main level for that one. Good work, lady. That's the easy choice. Layup. Hey! Alright, I guess she wants me to stay in her chambers then. You guys know what that means.
Wait here while I freshen up.
Greetings.
Oi! Zoom. Dude, there's no way you don't get to smash her. Smash her, crush her, throw her in a stew. What the fuck? I mean, honestly though, who needs the UN anyway? I feel like our president gets all of his ideas from an Xbox 360 chat room of 12-year-olds talking about politics.
That's good. You know what? Maybe I'll buy one too. We could start a ferry service.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Was wünschst du? What's new around here?
Ich habe gehört, some woman is repairing the old bathhouse in the Hauptring. Dann versuchen Sie. Maybe she will need help. Nicht viel. If you need Geschäft, you should look elsewhere.
A chef?
What's new around here?
Nicht viel. If you need Geschäft, you should...
Man, fuck you.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
No.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. No.
We're going over hither. You know I mean business when I say hither.
Greetings.
Oh, he's gonna knock his bread over. Damn. I really wanted to knock his bread basket right out of his grimy little hands.
I'm sorry.
Meow.
You said you needed some help with something. What's going on?
Something's happened. Oh, a real mess. And I need help from someone reliable.
What is it?
When I was fishing around for information about Liechtenstein, I cast the net a bit too wide. And one of the servant girls I questioned was just found dead.
You think she was killed
Oof.
because of you?
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be asking you for help.
I'll help you. Tell me all about it. Who was this?
Or don't.
Her name was Alice. She was an ordinary, pretty girl.
Mark, have you ever had
She
that
worked as a
feeling of
maid.
like, you're definitely
I heard they
wide
found
awake,
her all
but you
hacked
feel
up,
really tired
Tossed
at the
somewhere
same
by the
time?
town wall.
Yeah.
Oh, folk in town are saying
Isn't it
was
just a
absolute
strange feeling?
slaughter. They took the body to the
Yeah.
morgue by the St.
I've been
Peter
feeling
and
it like
St. Paul
constantly
Cemetery.
I'll go
recently.
take a look at her. See if I can find
And the
anything.
weird thing is,
I think
I've been
that would be for the
sleeping
best.
real good
No,
recently.
I
Like,
don't think it'll
god
be a very pretty
damn.
sight. You can ask the gravedigger for details. He'll know the most.
Home sliced doggy.
What was Alice trying to find?
She always brought me the freshest gossip overheard from her master. And late.
And did you learn anything important from her?
That's the thing. All she brought me was gossip. Who was cheating on who wasn't going to confession, those sorts of things. So you'll have to figure out the rest for yourself.
Why did you ask me in particular for help?
Because you're the only one I know here.
Aha.
But don't take it the wrong way. I'm actually glad it's you. You're pretty reliable. Not even Zhishka would be of much help to me here.
Aha. Thanks. When did you last see the girl?
Around a week ago?
Lumpy.
And did you notice anything suspicious about her?
Not at all. She was always cheerful, lively.
Pumpkin, can you believe
She
her?
was looking forward to a dance. Though I'm afraid she won't be dancing ever again.
Do you think there could be something bigger behind the murder?
I don't know. Maybe she just got caught up in something. But it's strange. Why would someone do her like that? That's the kind of thing you do when you want to send someone a message.
What about your other girls? Are they alright?
Yes, fortunately. I'm careful enough to keep them pretty much in the dark about my plans. That's why Alice's death
Oh,
shocked me
man,
so much.
my
What are you gonna do
fucking
next?
legs.
I'd like to ask the others if they noticed anything suspicious. If someone is following them and the like.
I have to
but
help somebody
But you don't wanna
move
scare them.
tomorrow, Mark.
I'm
And my
scared
legs
myself.
are not feeling
For
it.
them. Maybe nobody knows about them yet. If someone was to
My
follow
old
me, I
bones.
could give them away. And I can't risk that. I don't want anyone else to die because of me.
That's
What if I go
too
missing?
goddamn bad,
They don't
Catherine.
know you, Henry. You
More
don't
will
stare.
die. I'll make sure
I'll
of it.
figure something out. In the meantime, find out everything you can about Alice.
I know
Don't tell me what
everything
to
I need.
do.
Good. Go to that graveyard, talk to the gravedigger, and take a look at that poor girl's body. In the meantime, I'll try to find out more. Then we'll put it all together, and I'll be damned if we
Oh,
can't come
Mark.
up with something.
Were you interested in a big blanket of any kind? Like one of those nice ones that I like. Marky?
No, not really. Since I'm back here in Florida, it's too warm.
Okay. They do robes and stuff too, so I mean, the only reason I'm bringing this up in chat, here's your information too. Big Blanket Company is having, I don't know why, because it's out of nowhere, but they're having a huge sale and stuff. Like some of their stuff is 70% off. Like you can get one of their big summer blankets for, I think it was $56. And they're normally like 130. So good deal there. But I recommend the Premier Plush. You know what happened to me the other night, Mark? This is
God.
the whole thing I'm doing here, bringing me up. Wait, what'd you say?
Oh God.
All right, you know what? Hold on. Now we're switching to me on the big screen for this one.
Oh Lord.
So the other night, I was having a good time, and I received a
Helpful.
DM from somebody, an unnamed person on TikTok, nonetheless. I guess it's not a DM, more like a comment. It's like a comment, but only I can see it. And essentially, they were like, they called me a shill and said that I advertise things, and that's the only reason that I talk about products. And this was because do you remember that app I used when I was running called Zombies Run?
Not really.
Okay. That might have been before you came up here. But I used to use an app called Zombies Run, and it would like play an audiobook story in your ears based on your run. Like it would use GPS to track how far you went, and you would complete the story by running. it was actually really cool. And like every now and then a horde would show up and you'd have to sprint for like a minute and run away from the horde or else they'll steal your shit and beat your ass. And it was just really fun. So I made a little TikTok about it. And I said, guys, if you haven't tried this Zombies Run app, you really got to check it out. It really helps me with following through on the whole run and putting my best effort in because the story is really cool and I really want to hear what happens next and I enjoy it a lot. I was just talking about the things I like about it. The motherfucker called me a shill for saying that and said that they paid me to say it. Guys, just because I like something doesn't mean I was paid to like it. I want to make this extremely clear. I don't get paid by anybody because no one gives a fuck about me. I want to make this extraordinarily clear. I would never, ever allow my opinion to be bought. Okay? Ever. And I really do mean that. I know normally you're like, oh, Tom, he's totally down for the cash. You know what I'm saying? He's totally going to sell it. No. Not this. Not my opinion. I feel very strongly about this. I have only ever taken payment for things that I was going to review anyway. For example, the Dr. Squilliam. I only took the partnership with them because I already used their products. And I fucking love their products. Top level products. But I don't like them because they paid me to say I like them. I like them because I like them. And this is related because you should all go check out the Big Blanket Company's blankets. They are phenomenal. You might see me sometimes on stream here with the little gray one I put on myself. And by little, I mean fucking huge mungus. That thing's giant. That's a Big Blanket Company blanket. Lumpy, I swear to God, I will kill you. She is a fan of Big Blanket as well, but sometimes she gets a little too passionate. Alright. That's
What
the
happened
game.
at Nebukov after the Praggers?
It just bothered me that somebody
You're
would
asking
say
me?
that.
No, of course.
Like, bro,
I know you
why are
weren't
they gonna
there.
pay the guy who averages
heard
less than 10 viewers
You know
a
what
night
goes
on Twitch?
right? I only remember that diabolical shot.
Ain't nobody paying me.
Nothing after that.
That must
I
have been really
wish.
terrible. I heard the shot all the way from Troskowitz. I'm afraid all I know is when they took the fortress, von Aulitz's men hung
And the thing that was
everyone they
really
found
strange
there.
is
I'm
that that
sorry,
Zombies Run video that I
but
made
most of ours got left
was from
behind
like
there.
3 years ago.
Do you know if Michael, the adjutant, survived?
I'm afraid I do know. Zhishka said the shot killed him on the spot.
Did you know him?
Aye. He was a good man. He saved my life once.
Why she always got her titties out like that, though?
I didn't know that. Do you want to talk about it?
Not now, thanks. Some other time, maybe.
Mark, do you think that there's people who have, like,
There was this healer called
a
Clara
fetish
there.
for,
A
like,
girl of yours?
time period stuff? You know what I mean?
Maybe. She was
Of course.
really
Like,
kind
do
to
you,
me.
do you think there, if I go on Pornhub and type in medieval,
Wait,
that I'll find a bunch of videos?
maybe
Most
she
likely.
managed to save herself? Nobody would hang
All
a
right,
young
boys.
girl like that, would they?
I'm going in on the front
Sorry.
lines of battle right now.
I shouldn't have said that.
Don't
I've got to
apologise.
know.
It's not your fault.
You have to live every day like it's going to be your last.
I'm hopping
That's
on the
all you
hub,
can do in our trade.
Thank you. That's all.
and I'm
I'm
typing
sorry I
in
can't tell you
medieval.
No, that's all right. Thanks.
Brother. As a species, we are so fucking cooked. We are beyond cooked. Literally, the first video was a 3D animation of a dwarf having sex with an elf.
Nice.
We are so done, boys. Some of the other videos are pretty alright, though. Just saying. I think we're gonna do the hose mission. Nort.
Good day to you. Oh, you
Good day to you. Honestly, this Kuttenberg is very obviously a huge, humongous location in the game. And it looks beautiful. But to be honest, it feels very empty. Like, yeah, there's some NPCs dotted around, and obviously I don't know what to expect from a medieval town. But it feels very inadequate as far as how busy it is. Like, I feel like a place like this would just be bustling. And I don't mean bussin'. Right, Mark?
My
If you say
God,
so.
why are you all covered in blood?
Mark, why are you being lame, bro?
Till we meet
Why
again.
am I talking to this cat?
So,
Oh, by the way,
let's see what we have here.
mention
Yes, sir. What?
you're
My God,
you're in this game.
someone really did a number on her.
What game?
Oh,
Hunter Wild.
they ripped open her entire
The
belly.
what?
Monster Hunter
And it
Wild.
didn't stop there. It must have
Oh,
been buckets of blood.
which monster am I?
You are a cat that is my chef.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left
that's
in her.
better than what most
The place
people
I found
say.
her must look like a slaughterhouse.
I've been called a.
I should go down and take a
One
look.
person one time told me I was the lava frog.
I mean, I could have gone for the low hanging fruit and say that you're the monkey, you're the farting monkey that I'm fighting right now, but
So are you playing the new Monster Hunter? Is that out already?
yeah.
Her lips
it
are
released
bloody,
today.
but nothing more.
Are you playing on
Tongue's still in
PlayStation?
place.
I have to.
But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he?
Boy, what if we cut her
These are
open
more
for
like traps than
blabbing?
cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be smaller, and an axe would have made a bigger mess. But it
I
couldn't
heard
have
that
been
the
a long
lance in
sword.
the new one
It
is
would have
pretty
been clumsy.
hardcore.
It was something shorter and nimbler.
Damn, who's that hottie in the back?
That madman cut off both her breasts and bits
Oh,
of flesh.
God!
But what did he do with it all afterwards? Did he really keep all the pieces? Nobody could be that sick, could they? Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there. But she has a dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? The murderer must have had pretty strong hands, and her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. I don't even know what colour it was. Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick trophy?
Is this an OG serial killer?
Just some scratches and bruises, that's all. The killer probably surprised her. She didn't even have time to defend herself. So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark ring around her neck. Then he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing parts of her torso, but they aren't by the body. He also cut off most of her hair. He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue, then left her lying there for all to see. To send a message, maybe? Or a warning? Only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Catherine.
Interesting.
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call me František. At least them that can speak do. Ha!
Yikes.
They too will fall silent someday.
True that. What can I
This
do
guy's a
for
little
you?
strange in the
That
skull.
dead girl you have in the morgue. Alice.
You've seen her? Poor thing. Who could have done such a thing?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out. Do you know anything about her?
She's gone to meet her maker. What more do you want to know? You want to take away a piece of her? Well, you can't. Not a hair off her head, a bloody scrap of cloth, or a thumb. You hear?
Well, I don't want to take anything. I need to find something out.
Like what exactly?
Who killed her?
Why?
Someone killed the poor girl. You can't just let the murderer get away with
What kind
it.
of
can you?
question is that, bro?
Well, what do you plan on doing about it?
Find out who did it and bring him to justice.
Well, if that's the way it is, and you really want to help them lasses, it's true that Lumia ain't shown no interest in her yet.
Mark, do you think that
I wouldn't
if
expect that from
an
him no
immigrant comes
Who's
over
this
here and they
Lumi?
commit a violent crime that
Another
they
one
should
of
be
those-
deported?
Gawkers and collectors.
No,
Yes.
no. He
Like,
actually
imagine
tried
one of
to
them comes
help.
over here and
Help?
rapes somebody. Do you think
Oh,
they should get deported?
Well, he was investigating them others.
Yes.
Right.
Guys,
said she
this
wasn't the first.
this here, guys, just in.
We had a couple
Mark
of similar
supports
cases.
not punishing
Lumia said they was
rapists
all
with
killed by the
jail.
same murderer.
Instead, he wants to
Who
let
is
them
this Lumi?
roam the world
He used
free.
to work for the local bailiff. I think he knew the first one what was killed, but that was a long time ago.
Okay, Tom. Maybe you
This
are,
just in. Mark does not want to punish rapists.
Maybe you are this farting monkey. This,
Gotcha.
this fat, pink, farting monkey.
Yeah, whatever, dude. You kind of look and smell like an imp.
Why is this thing so stanky?
Do you remember how many girls were killed?
You mean you don't know nothing about it? Here, even the sparrows are squawking about it.
I haven't been in Kuttenberg very long.
This
I
church
see.
Shit on me.
There's been one every few weeks for the past year.
Well, that's
Do you know
awful.
where the last one got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here. But what do you want to do there?
Look for clues. Footprints, blood, anything.
That can help you.
That's worth a try.
I heard she was killed by the town walls, close to the Hole in the Wall, a dodgy tavern in the Hoprink neighborhood.
Thanks. What's this Lumir got to do with this?
Well, like I told you, he
Why
used to
did they
work for
start
the
calling
bailiff.
women hoes?
I think he was a scribe.
A
Like, where
scribe
does hoe
keeps
come
records
from?
in
Where's
Black
the
Chronicle.
etymology there?
Though I've never heard of one doing his own investigations.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested in the common folk. But Lumia, he was quite helpful. Folk heard about it and went to him with whatever was troubling them.
I'd like to speak with
Excuse me,
Lumir.
sir. Why
Do you
did
know where I can
just
find
call
him?
that a
At
woman
his home
a
in
hoe?
Bohemia Street, that's near the church. You won't find him at the bailiff's no more. I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had some quarrel with the bailiff.
I'd like to speak with Lumir. Do you know where I can find him?
At his home in Bohemia Street, that's near the church. You won't find him at the bailiff's no more. I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had some quarrel with the bailiff.
Dude, by the way, hold on, Mark. I gotta ask you. Have you been having any, like, issues with sleeping still?
Yes.
Brother, what if I told you I could fix it for
Alright. What do you want?
you? Mark, I have been using this, like, sleep aid supplement for about a week now. I shit you fucking not. I have had the best sleep of my life since I've started using it. And it's not super expensive either. And it has stuff that makes sense. Here, hold on. I gotta put you on. Oh shit, what the fuck? Here. I got you, Big Chief. Did you guys know that Mark's nickname is the Big Chief Queef? Here, Marky. But anyway, it's called Luna. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm back.
Come back.
But yeah, no, Mark, that shit, the Luna sleep shit, no melatonin though. Do not get the version with melatonin. It has other different ingredients. Do
I'd
not
like to
buy
speak with
that.
Lumir.
Get the
You know where I can find him?
melatonin-free one.
At his home in
Telling you,
Bohemia
you're
Street.
gonna
That's
sleep
near
like
the
a small
church. You
child.
won't find him at the bailiffs no more. I don't know exactly why, though.
Somebody will take
Seems
my
he had some
candy.
quarrel with the bailiff.
What?
Somebody will take my candy.
I'm gonna take your
Thanks.
candy.
It's my pleasure, especially helping someone from the land of the living again. Actually,
Why do you think I'm trying to
wait
get
a
you to
mo.
take this?
Speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves
I want
over
that candy,
grave.
boy.
I think her name is Barbara.
And do you know where I could find her?
She said she serves in one of the
You think you
burgers'
can
houses.
bamboozle me,
So
but
either
I'm not
there
there.
or in the morgue with that poor dead girl.
Thanks again, Master Gravedigger.
Farewell. And take a bath, for goodness sake, you look awful.
Wait, is there more for me to find in here?
Christ.
Oh,
pardon me.
oh, the lady.
Are you Barbara? I'm told you knew Alice.
Alice. She was almost like a sister to me. We served together
Oh boy.
for years.
Oh jeez,
in
here comes the
same house.
woodworks. That is a very
Why'd you ask?
unflattering angle. Pick your head
Who
up.
are you?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Oh, I understand.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant. He is trying his hand at trading wine.
How did Alice get along with your master?
Fine. Just like with everyone.
Oh.
Our master is a
Hey,
bit
how's it going,
strict,
Ace?
but
What are
he's
you up
fair.
to, cutie?
What's his name? Can I speak to him?
Why? But you can't see
And
him
I'm
anyway.
always doing
He's on a
fantastic.
trade trip
How
to
about
Prague.
you?
It occurred to me that maybe he could have done it.
He couldn't. He was gone when it happened. He hadn't been home in several weeks.
That doesn't mean he was
Insult.
actually gone.
Why would he kill
I
them
just
others
thought he
too?
was
He
gone.
never even knew them.
I heard about that. And also about Lumir.
Well, if you're interested, go and see him. Maybe you'll catch him sober enough to talk sense.
Do you know of any suitors she might have had?
I know she was seeing someone. Why?
I'd like to talk to him as well.
But I don't know who it was. Alice said he was rich and dressed nicely. But she promised him she'd never tell anyone his name.
And you never saw him?
No, never. I don't even know where she met with him.
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
No. Nobody saw or heard nothing. One day she just didn't come home. And then they found her. Like this.
It's awful.
I think
what
we
they
are
did to her.
dealing with a serial killer here.
Such
A
pretty
medieval
girl.
serial killer.
And that beautiful brown hair of hers. And it didn't even leave that untouched. Who could have cut off her hair like that? And why? None of it makes sense.
So, I'll leave you to mourn in peace now.
Yeah, mourn these. Am I right, Mark?
More decent.
Yeah, mourn dudes. Stupid. Where's the hornswackling bibbits around here?
No, not the bibbits.
The hornswackling bibbits. That's me favorite meal, you know. What about the fizzy wickets and brickle-brackle?
Bananas.
You're such a heathen.
Hey, that's what Christian said, not me.
Oh shit, Christian! Welcome to the stream, big cutie. I don't want to talk to that guy yet. I don't want to talk to that dog either. He got that dog in him. Not in here. We're currently looking for a bath. I hate Vinted. What the hell is Vinted?
Careful.
What does Vinted mean? Mark, do you know the secrets?
Boat goes binted. I don't know.
Why is everyone in this town named Paul Oyer? Jakob? Ice creamer? What the fuck? Who are you people? Bella Bosta.
Who are you people?
Hit everything you just said. I just asked what Vinted was, that's all. You didn't miss much. Other than me just random memes. You dig?
God grant you help.
Oh, stop griping and pick up a rock.
Do you?
Hey. Stop your griping. It's an eBay ripoff? Oh, Jesus.
Don't move a muscle. I have
No,
to search you.
brother, this guy
This gate isn't the village
stinks.
green. It's not my fault it's here.
Yeah,
I'd
honestly.
go a different way if I could.
You have to pay.
Literally 90% of my Twitch ads. That's mighty unfortunate. You, Smithy.
God!
I know I'm covered in
some-
blood. Fuck off.
Come on now. Great. Happy to. What do you need, my
Great.
friend?
What do you have for...
Garape.
Great.
Seems you're trying to sell me stuff. You'll have to give me a discount. How much do you want?
Boat goes binted.
Here. Plus a bit on top.
Well, well. Thank you, sir. And come again.
Too easy. Loser. Alright, what are we thieving next?
Everyone turns on me, telling me to come to my senses.
You never know who's listening.
Aye, but if we're all afraid, nothing's going to change.
So, Mark, what would happen if somebody bopped you right in the nose?
No.
Yo, big dog!
That's
Word
good,
up.
Jason.
Beef?
Bird up.
Bird dog.
Excuse
Boat house binted? What?
Boat goes binted.
What is happening?
Greetings.
Alright, you guys know the rules. I can't let you see the
What are you-
bathhouse
Delivery this
services.
time, Henry.
So you get my
No.
beautiful
I could use
face
the-
instead.
Why, Rick?
Excellent.
No, bring it
I'll
back.
dra-
You can't see it.
No,
There's
come
titties
on.
sometimes.
Come on.
You can hear the moans of the damned, though. Which considers that as...
that
Alright,
many
good.
times, eh? You
We're all
must
good.
really fancy me.
That many times? How many times did Henry nut?
No.
Dude, I can't even eat the bagel. Are you kidding me? What kind of service is this, bro?
Pardon me.
Get the fuck out of here. This is unacceptable. At least I got the nut out.
No.
Right, Tristan?
Yep.
Tristan knows all about that. Oh, Lord.
Come on, man!
That was an average day in Yorkshire.
Hope he doesn't hurt anyone else.
Excuse me?
This is unbelievable.
Clean flavor, light aroma.
Praise God.
Christian, you're right on the money, buddy. The Antichrist holds power in this town. Oh, shit.
Buddy.
Last chance.
Boy, what? I'm gonna show you a fucking buddy. Dude, why is there just horse shit everywhere in this town? It is everywhere. Honestly, I feel like medieval towns probably smelled so ridiculously awful that if a modern person were to like go back in time and visit one, you might actually pass out. Like just the sheer scent alone might drive you completely mad.
I'm almost tempted to let
Mia?
you take it.
Oh.
If only to watch.
Average day in Nottingham.
My head.
Facts.
Not so loud.
I need to ask you something.
I said not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
That's some
Oh,
hangover.
Jesus, average
He's
Scottish
useless
guy.
to me like this. Unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off, I'll have to get him some kind of cure or potion. This should sober him up.
I do not
no.
have any of that.
Nothing like.
I don't have any alcohol either.
Oh.
Alright, let's go get a hair of the dog potion from the alchemist. Yeah, no, I understand horse shit was a big issue, but why's it gotta be included in the game?
We're closing. Last chance.
Bro, come on, don't fuck me, boys. Where's that alchemist at? Oh, he's the next row down. Frick, I don't know if I'll make it.
Excuse me?
No.
I'll be closing soon.
Oh, she's kind of hot.
Fresh
She's kind of good looking, too. They all better go start working at the bathhouse.
Store's being robbed. I'm so... Was wünschst du?
Ah,
I'll have a look
typical
at the
German.
ware.
Danke. Das war ein gutes Geschäft, mein Herr.
Game music is a bop. Well, when it plays, it is. So, one big problem that I have identified in this game is that constantly the music just turns off and you don't have anything in the background. And it's not good. It's awful, as a matter of fact.
A fine day for...
It's quite terrible.
God bless.
Bardcore? I mean, my life is Bardcore. Right, Trist?
Movis.
Movis?
Lumiere? Oh, he's still... This should...
Oh, to get sober,
Here.
boy.
Drink up. Better?
What? Who... What are you doing?
My name is Henry.
And what do you want from me?
I'm trying to find out who killed a certain girl. And I was sent to you.
No, I know what Bardcore is,
What
Christian.
for?
Are you Lumiere?
I
from
love
the
that
Rat House?
shit.
Describe.
Billie
used to
Eilish's Bad Guy is the
Now
best
I'm just
one, though.
Lumiere the Madman.
Ew.
Dude, there's no way you don't like the Bardcore version of that song. It's just, there's zero chance you don't like it.
Well, I guess I don't know what Bardcore is, but...
It's where it's just a medieval version of the song. Like, they play it on a lute and a lyre, and... It's just the same song, and they sing it in Old English.
Well, you don't look crazy.
Yeah. But I am. I see things in my head that aren't real. And then I point my finger at the wrong people. I'm the biggest madman in Kuttenberg.
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You can't help that girl anymore, anyway. You'll just
This
end
guy's
up
the
hurting
murderer.
yourself.
Come now, Lumiere.
Poor girls. Nobody was all that interested in it, except for me. We let it be in the end. We let a monster walk among us. No way. You can't solve this yourself.
I'm not doing it for myself. I'm afraid he might kill one of my friends.
A friend, eh? That's not good. Not good at all. I searched high and low. And what did I get out of it? Just mockery. What makes you think you can find out more than I did?
Because I'm cooler and better than you?
Because I'm stubborn, and I don't have any other choice. I'll get to the truth no matter what.
You think that will suffice?
If not, I'd have been dead long ago. Bled out from a human arrow.
All right. Talk to me. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She worked as a maid.
A maid? That fits. Yarka was a maid too. As were most of the other victims. What did she look like? What did he do to her?
I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade and disemboweled her.
Did you notice the strangulation right away? It took me a while. Maybe you really will track him down.
Do you think it's the same murder?
Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first strangled and then mutilated. If it's not all the same person, they must be collaborating somehow.
This is the 6th one. How long has he been killing?
Probably about a year now. Sometimes it takes him months, sometimes weeks. But I'm including missing girls, Stanya and Zdena.
Did the dead girls have anything
Obviously,
in common?
why he's
Aside from
counting
being
them.
pretty
like-
young girls with no proper family or background, no. I couldn't find much.
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor and nobody will miss them?
Certainly. If somebody killed the daughter of a local lord, no stone would be left unturned.
But why does he even kill in the first place?
I don't know. Maybe he hates women. Damn it. I feel like I'm going in circles and can't get out.
Did you have any suspects back then?
You can always find some suspect. I always dragged the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by force. And they threw up at the sight. Or fainted.
Couldn't it have just been an act?
Fainting? Vomiting? That's hard to act. I'd swear none of them did it.
Why were you looking into it? Who were those dead girls to you?
I don't know what people told you about me, but for many long years I was a scribe for Kuttenberg's bailiff. Kuttenberg is a big city with a lot of people. Silver, silver, silver. Mining it, smelting it, stealing it. There's always something going on. The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades, from one rich man to another, settling their quarrels. Often trivial nonsense.
But there are more than just rich burghers and lords in the city.
Exactly. There are common folk too. There's a lot more of them, and their troubles are usually more serious. So when one of them came to the bailiff's one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere, I started to deal with it myself. I was pretty good at it too.
Behind the bailiff's back?
Not really. Andreas supported my activities until recently.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
What do you mean you don't want to talk about it? Oh, Jesus.
What can you tell me about Yarka?
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking an interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was a pious, polite girl. She was orphaned as a child. The priest from the church of St. Peter and Paul, Father Prokop, raised her. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town. She was cut all the way from her neck downwards. An awful sight to behold.
Did you have any suspects?
At first, I thought the son from that family did it. A murderer is usually someone close, you know. But then I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the two girls before her who ended up almost the same. Besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the least bit interested in Yarka. Then his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of the night. That really surprised me, because Father Prokop had vouched for her good reputation. But who knows? Maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become of her.
What about Stanya?
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of ill repute called the Hole in the Wall.
You said her body was never found. Maybe she just got out of town.
You have no idea how much I'd like to believe that. Only there was a lot of blood. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful. The Hole is a world of its own, and the people there aren't very forthcoming with information.
Did you suspect anybody?
You could suspect every second man there. Those people have nothing but thievery and deceit in their eyes. The innkeeper, Mole, definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him. But he isn't all that chatty either.
So if I want to learn anything more, I have to ask this Mole in the hole?
Yeah, he still runs the place.
And what about that Zdena? You said her body was never found.
Exactly. But to tell the truth, nobody spent much time looking for it. Besides Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks since she went missing, but I suppose nobody wanted to do any more digging.
But if her body was never found, how do you know she was killed?
Because she
Marky.
was the same type as the
I
other
don't know what
girls.
position he plays, and I had
Maybe
never
the
heard of him
prettiest them
before
all.
this.
Young,
But somebody just broke the combine
Real
bench
live
press
one.
record.
lively as the devil. She was a thief, a pickpocket. I never could pin it on her, though.
I think he might be an
Always found
O-lineman.
some way to get out of it.
Maybe she robbed the wrong people and had to get out of town.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name of Strunad. Quite a number. He's always sitting in the hole, boozing. When I asked him about Zdena, he told me he'd rather rip his own tongue out than talk.
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
He might be. You're not known all over town like a catchpole. It's worth a try. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory. That would be a great help.
And what about the other 2 victims?
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. The first one worked as a bathhouse maid. They called her Chestnut. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. So I couldn't find out anything more. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Loretz. She was a maidservant, too. I also talked to her mother. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. There were lots of suitors circling around her, but she refused them all. She knew she was pretty, and knew she could do better than some farmhand.
You mean she wanted someone higher up?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out who she had her eye on.
Interesting. I'll try to see what else I can find out from the mother. Where can I find her?
In the graveyard, lad. The poor woman died of grief. It's sad to say, but we can't help those 2 dead girls now. And they can't help us with our investigation either. There's nobody else left who could tell us anything about them.
All right. It seems there's some killer on the loose here. He murders brunette girls and disfigures their bodies. His first victim was apparently the maid Yarka. I'll go and question her. Another 2 possible victims of the same killer are Stanya and Zdena.
There has to be some hidden connection between these cases.
I hope so.
When you learn something more, you've aroused a bit of hope.
Bro, you ain't even drunk anymore. Why is it still tweaking? Kristen, how many kisses do you think you're gonna give me?
Why not on it?
Why not? That's why I'm gonna turn all your door handles into octopus tentacles.
Father, I need to ask you a few questions.
I don't have time for theological discussions, my son.
That's not why I'm here. My name's Henry, and I wanted to ask about the murder that happened recently. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant and left her body lying by the city walls. And I hear it's not the first time this has happened.
Another one murdered. May the Lord grant her eternal rest. Why is it you ask?
Somebody is murdering maids here. We have to put an end to it.
Yes, but those poor souls are already at God's side, and revenge never...
I don't want revenge. I want to stop more killing. That's a better reason, isn't it?
True enough. What do you need to know?
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. But I reckon you know that, don't you? What can you tell me about her?
About Yarka? She was an ordinary girl. She served the von Groll family.
Where did you know Yarka from?
I knew her since she was a little girl. Knew her family.
And?
I was her uncle. When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
Who do you think killed her?
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on All Saints' Day and leads the locals astray. Yarka always went there to listen to music.
Music truly is poisoning our youth.
Do you have any evidence?
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes with poor girls' heads.
And does anyone else come to mind? No other man spoke with her?
No, absolutely not.
I think he's the killer.
You raised her? A priest with a child?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child on the side. But at least everyone knew Yarka wasn't my own daughter.
No offense, but how did you know what to do? Without a wife, without a family? I would have been lost.
I was a bit, When she was smaller, it was fine, but when she grew up a bit, maybe I was too hard on her.
How does that even work? Did you have her with you at the presbytery?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up, she had to go.
Oh my god, there's a little Marky guy in the background.
Why do you think you were too hard on her?
Yarko was an orphan, with no family and no possessions. Her only chance of a good life was a good upbringing. And then, a husband. But the more I led her in that direction, the more she resisted me.
Unbelievable.
You're well off, though. Couldn't you provide for her?
I couldn't. Even if she had been my very own. More so, since she was my brother's.
But how come?
The church's property always remains the church's. They keep a close eye on that.
How did she rebel against you?
She wouldn't listen. She ran away. She ran around with all sorts. And how did it turn out? She died. And in sin. Such a disgrace.
Holy shit, Bernie's a chill.
Disgrace? What the devil are you talking about?
She was pregnant. Even if she had lived, what then? Nobody would want to marry her anymore.
Why don't you respect Lumiere?
That's my business. You needn't concern yourself about that. I won't tell you anything.
Bro, come on now.
Come on, this is a really important matter. You can trust me.
That's just what a person I shouldn't trust would say.
Yeah, fuck you.
Come now, Father.
Fuck you,
I'm not
man.
just asking out of curiosity.
Not you.
Okay.
This is about all the dead girls.
Oh shit, hey.
Isn't
how's
it written
going?
in scripture?
I didn't even know that you
Speak
doing that. I
up
was
for
talking to
those
the
who
guy in the
have no
game.
voice.
A layman quotes the Bible to me. Fine. Lumiere accused me of her murder.
What?
Yes. He slandered
Was
me in
that-
public.
And
That new girl that
How-
you're saying you want to try out?
what happened then?
It turned out he was deranged.
Man, you
How could
guys
he
are
even think such a
pinky.
thing? He's finished in Gutenberg.
What?
I've heard enough, Father.
If you guys are kinky.
I'll be going.
She's the
Son?
girl you wanted to try out? Come on,
I'll
bro.
give
That's a
you
little sus.
some good advice. Don't listen to Lumiere. That man has gone completely mad.
This guy's definitely the killer.
I didn't send you any herbal brew.
Yes, you did. We talked to... I'm sorry.
The
Kinda cute.
chickens. Chicken.
If we're not careful, Tristan might try her out.
The Lord be with you.
He might not try her out though.
But it had everything. Your hair, eyes, mouth. It was the spitting image.
I'm sorry.
But you better be.
It happens. Just watch where
No.
you're going next time.
No. We're going to the hole in the ball. Right, Tristan?
I don't like you.
Dude. Just because you're a dead dick bastard.
Greetings to you.
A dead dick bastard fuck.
Got Justine on your team.
Yeah, but does he have Justine in his dream?
I don't know.
Well, you better ask him.
Tristan hates Justina. He said he'll never play her.
I hate
Is that a
these
new character?
vampires, and I wish I had Mikey playing Justina.
What's Justina? Is she new?
She's that red hair engineer girl.
Oh, the flame bitch?
No,
Is she
She's
new?
just got like lasers.
fairly new, yes.
Oh, okay. Probably why.
Have you played recently, Tom?
No.
Oh, I see.
I've been too busy rocking it in Bohemia during the Middle Ages.
Oh.
Keep on rocking in the free world.
You have a kind master,
Where's that beer?
To your health, my friends.
Oh, this is the place I thought it was. What the heck?
One beer. Good evening. What you...
Is it true you hold?
No bloody what we do here. There's nothing. Teeth fly in all directions. Bones crack.
Oh, this guy's such a dickhead.
That sounds like...
As you would. But if Damian, Zavish or Goliath slice you into schnitzel...
You can't scare him.
Have it your way.
Here.
Well, let's
Who do you
see.
think he is?
A fight with Damian is first up for you. If he doesn't get you... Zavish is up second when he's so... I could, but I won't. The last one...
Maybe I'll be the...
I know. Well, and one more...
Wonderful. Did a
Yeah, you could be whooping these noobs with me.
Stanya. Maybe.
No, that news will be stomping me.
Who's asking?
My
Look,
name's
that could be
Henry.
you grabbing the tree right now.
Names don't interest me.
While that noob
The
runs
main
away in
thing is
fear.
whether it's a good guest or a bad
Yeah, 'cause you're there.
asking. What kind of guest are you, Henry?
Like, oh shit. That Tristan guy always plays with the Mikey. Mikey's gonna whoop my ass.
No, they're like, I want to beat up that Mikey guy, but they got Tristan around him.
What does it matter? I want you to tell me something, so you should tell me.
Kindly leave it up to me what I should or shouldn't tell you. So, I'll ask you again. Are you a good guest or a bad guest?
I'm a good guest.
Really? Let's see. Do you know how to...
By the fact he spends a lot of coin?
Aye. So, what'll it...
What if I simply paid you, and you tell me what I want to know?
Ask away.
I want to know if Stanya works here.
She did. And she don't know more. What's it to you?
I heard she disappeared without a trace. So I'm trying to find out if anyone had anything to do with it.
It's possible. The chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked. The door open. Everything
Minus
emptied
one.
out. And Stanya was gone. All I found were bloody footprints.
Say, I need Mikey to
Tell
come
me
carry
something
me.
else.
First, you'll have another beer.
Honestly, bro.
No
Or is
way.
it time to pay?
What?
That'd be way
If
worse.
you want to ask, you have to drink. Didn't you get that?
You're quite the extortionist.
I
That
prefer
made me
to
that
be
Justina
called an
running away.
enterprising man. So, what?
Yeah, because I just fed.
No.
I don't want to pay you, and I think you could answer my questions directly, and not that makes it look like you might have some motive for keeping me from finding out anything about that murder.
I'm coming to
Nonsense.
save you,
How
Mikey.
could you think that? Come on. Ask me anything you want.
Did anybody see what actually happened when Stanya
Yippee.
disappeared?
No, it was at night.
Yippee!
Nobody saw or heard anything.
It's
The tavern
eine
tends to be empty at that hour. There won't be many people on the street, neither.
What was Stanya like? What can you tell me about her?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy here unless you nib it
Oh,
in
but
the bud
Factorio,
right
you
away.
guys under some
She was
Factorio?
hanging around a bard for a while.
What?
I don't know how close they were, but she also had another
Would you play Factorio, Tom?
Someone from the city?
No,
Oh. Game's
a
too expensive.
charcoal burner. I heard he was
Yeah,
from
it is
somewhere
kind of
in
expensive
the,
for no reason,
Brooklands
really.
Valley. I think his name was...
It keeps getting more
Martin?
expensive, though, so I guess this is technically a sale price.
What do you know about that barge?
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a sale on it.
Skirt chaser. What more can I say? He called himself William. As far as I
You know,
know,
because
he
COVID,
plays in
they're
the
like,
miners' tavern in the evenings.
oh,
But
let's increase
sometimes
the
he
price
shows
by
up
like
here,
50%
Do you
for
think
fun.
he might have been the one who...
Now that you mention it,
No, I think they're just doing that
he
anyway.
cleared out of
I
town
don't think
for a
COVID
while
would have made
and
a
only
difference.
came back not long ago.
Oh.
It could be him, all
I think they
right.
just might be
I know
scumbags.
he met with some odd people and talked about God knows what.
Can be.
Like bloody spies. Besides, you know what minstrels are like. Lasses just flock to them. And like they say, opportunity makes the thief.
Or in this case, a murderer. Apart from those men, did anyone else know Stanya? I mean, more intimately.
Well, I got bad news for you. She had 2 close friends, but you won't get much out of either of them.
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared, and she died. And the other one got married and moved away.
How did Stanya's room look?
The door was wide open. Most of her things were gone, but some remained. And there was blood all over the place.
Blood? Was there a lot?
Not so much, really. More like hand or footprints. But they were near everywhere. If someone done her in, they definitely didn't do it in that chamber.
Where can I find this Barton?
I already told you. In the Verchlitz Valley.
Could you be a bit more precise?
I don't know that bloke at all. All I know is he's a charcoal burner. So if I was you, I'd look somewhere around the charcoal kilns.
That's all I need to know.
Hug. Turnip?
Turnip.
Turnip. Turnip. Oh my god. Turnip.
Where's our Nikki? Strong.
So Mark, did you see that there's a bill that just got voted on in the House that would make it so that women who get married and take their husband's name would no longer have the right to vote?
Nice.
Isn't that
Are
great?
you Sternad? The one that went with Zdenna?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke who has some questions.
Well then, piss off. You won't get any answers here. All you're gonna get here.
The fuck, why am I all cold over?
Better men have tried it than a cock puller like you.
Cock puller? Oh, fucking... I'll kill you!
I ain't gonna do shit.
Enough! I give up!
Really, one punch.
Well,
wow.
Had enough.
What a bitch ass.
Fuck yeah, damn it. What the hell do you want from me?
Talk. Where's
I punched
Zdenna?
him like 4
The
times,
last time I saw her,
but
it's a
he
long
went
time
down
ago.
on the first.
She scored big.
Oh.
Everyone was fucking jealous.
Maybe you're Saitama.
She just needed to pawn it off.
And where did she go with her loot? Do you know?
Well, she had some kind of arrangement with this fella called Pint from the mill. The one called Rabstein. She always took the stuff to him.
Do you remember what she managed to steal?
Mainly jewels. Gold and silver. No bloody pewter. She had some fucking huge golden signet ring. A bloke could fuck for a whole month with something like that.
Do you know whose crest was on it?
I don't know. I'm no expert. But it were bloody expensive, that's for sure.
Oh boy.
Do you know who she took it off?
She always said she found it on the street. That's because if the wrong ears hear it, you can end up in the shit.
got 2 more
or
ways
in
to
the
get the
gallows
real
even.
skin.
Did she hang out with any men?
She liked to hang around with that crooner that plays for the miners in
Once
that
I get these
tavern of theirs.
coins,
Made
I
him
can get
sing
the
songs
skin.
and that. Oh, and once she got in a quarrel with that fucking priest Prokop. That was a laugh.
This one. Oh my god.
Could she have run away with that bard?
I doubt it. He was a bit of a milksop. He tried to be all mysterious and played a tough fella. But you could see he was lying. and then I could see right through him, I bet.
11.
Why do you think so?
Because he was getting on my nerves, so I cornered him in a dark alley one time. He ran away so fast, I bet he shit himself.
It's okay.
It's
And what about this
okay.
priest? Why was he quarreling with her?
I don't know. He was blabbering some shit about
the hair could
finding
be
her
better.
a job, only she didn't want it.
Or maybe the veil, like, blocks the hair.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Alright. We beat the shit out of him. He's good now. Honestly, hold on. Where'd he go? We're gonna beat the shit out of this asshole real quick.
Oh, Fortuna, may the best player win.
Excuse me.
Yo, I'm trying to beat the shit out of you, you dickbag. You call yourself a pugilist?
What are you up to, Mikey?
No,
Alright,
just...
we're gonna be done for today, big dogs. Alright. Have a nice night. Remember, I love each and every one of you. I'm very most likely will not be live tomorrow. Just a heads up. Thank you for the follow at the last minute there. I appreciate you, but I will not be adding you on Discord. And have a nice night, guys.